everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Whoa, 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 whoa. The news, everything going on. I just thought I'll jump on here to kind of have a conversation with everything going on. Some days it feels like the world keeps shifting beneath our feet. Inflation today, and it's still going on. Jobs uncertain, the government shut down. Every headline seems to say something else just changed. You just never know what we wake up to every morning. Well, it did again. The Federal Reserve just cut interest rates by another 0.25%. That's the second time in a row. And right now, the economy is feeling like that ripple effect going on. Inflation is still hanging around. We're still managing and surviving through it, um, excelling through it. The job market is cooling off, and the government shutdown in the mix. In the conversations, we are experiencing that the Federal Reserve, the federal government is trying to balance a very wobbly situation right now. So today, let's talk about what this truly means for you and I. Our money, our savings, our debt, our housing, our jobs, even our peace of mind. Let's talk about that. So, because whether you're a homeowner, whether you are a stay at home parent, a business owner, an employee, or someone that just, you're trying to save, you're trying to invest, this decision affects you and myself as well. And if we're not careful, fear can creep in. Fear of what's next, the uncertainty out there, fear of what else could go wrong, or fear that will never catch up. But here's the truth, which we go by, which we stand by on this channel, on my platform. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. Love and a sound mind. That is our portion. And that is the energy we press forward with, regardless of what the Federal Reserve does, regardless of the person or whoever is in position of power, regardless of all of that. We are still applying our kingdom biblical principles that we live by to help us excel regardless of all of that. So that means even in the economic uncertainty with the news and everything, we stay grounded, we stay informed, and we are faithful. We are faithful. We're diligent stewards at that. So if you're new on here, seeing my beautiful face for the first time, I just want to say thank you for joining us. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you, wherever you're watching me from, whichever state. I just decided to do this go live with you. So as we're having this conversation, please do want to drop your comments in the comment section of the screen. We want to have a true conversation today. Yes, it's serious and crazy with the government shutdown. Um, if you know anyone or any family friend or a friend who is experiencing this, who is in this situation, please let's hear what's going on. Share your thoughts, share your questions. I decided to go live today to kind of get us in the talking mode and feel the temperature and encourage one another. Again, if you're new on my channel, YouTube, or on my Instagram live, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Coach Lola Owokoniran. Some people call me Coach Lola O, which is also welcome. Coach Lola for short. And here on this channel, we talk about faith, finance, which is also your money and wealth, and legacy. We're all about these three things: faith, finance, and legacy building. The three pillars that will help you build, grow, and thrive. If this is your first time, like I said, a special welcome to you. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads or each time we go live. spontaneously like this one. Um, yes, God was leading me, is leading me to do this live on today. And we were looking to greater things that He will do in my life and in your life as well. So we do upload videos breaking down practical situations and stories and passing out information all about real money, real finance, news going on, making it practical, explaining it to you how it affects you through a kingdom lens, because we are kingdom investors, we are kingdom builders, wealth builders at that. So if you've been part of this growing channel, growing family, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting us and being part of this community, our Build, Go, Thrive community, a community of Christian kingdom builders, learning to walk in wisdom, in faith, and purpose. So thank you all so much. So what's happening with the situation right now? What's happening? What's happening? Please do all to share this video. Share, share, share. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for being on here. But again, what just happened to us? What literally just happened to us yesterday with the Federal Reserve announcement? So the Federal Reserve posted out or released a message which sets interest rates, just decided to cut rates by 0.25%, bringing the benchmark down to 3.75% to 4%. Now, normally, I mean, from 4%. Now, normally, when the Federal Reserve, when the federal government raises rates, borrowing money gets more expensive. But when they cut rates, bringing it down, it's meant to boost the economy. It's meant to make it easier for people, for businesses to borrow, to invest, and spend. It makes it pumps more money in the economy. The challenge here is we're still fighting inflation, and the economy's data is not even fully available because of the ongoing shutdown. So all of this is being done without proper statistics on whether this is a right decision. In other words, that means the Fed is flying a little behind, a little blind right now. They are making the decision on the go, based on their experience, not using real data today because of the government shutdown. They don't have real time data to make this decision, but it's been passed down to 3.75%. So that's a challenge here. They are making this decision, flying a little blind right now. Now, let's break down how this affects you and I. Inflation, number one, prices going up. It's going up, keep going up. The Fed is trying to give the economy breathing room without letting prices go as high. Inflation recently is hovering around 2.9 to about 3 to 4%, slightly lower than last year, but not low enough for comfort. We are still feeling that very much. So they are walking a tightrope here. Treasury rates, on the other hand, when the federal government cuts rates, treasury yields usually drop. And that affects everything from your retirement portfolio to your long term savings. It can mean that your bonds returns might shrink if you're investing into bonds, government bonds, but borrowing costs might ease up a little. So if you're investing, this is the moment to review your portfolio. Make sure you are not chasing high risk investments just because of the yields, because the yields are low right now. Okay. So looking through my notes here, let's talk about the housing market. Mortgage rates might come down slightly after this decision. So let's watch it now. This is not for you to be in a hurry to go make that spontaneous move to go shopping for a house or sign that deal. Do your due diligence, do your homework, engage with the right brokers, the right real estate agent before you make that decision. Look at your numbers. But at the same time, don't expect a big drop overnight. It's going to be a gradual adjustment. Either it's going down or going high. We're going to watch the market, how it performs. Right now, the average 30-year mortgage is around 6.7%. So it came down slightly, which is still much higher than pre-pandemic levels, prior to pandemic, okay? So if you're waiting to buy a home, stay patient, stay ready, get your finances in orders, look at your numbers, make sure you have the right numbers. Watch for local housing shifts instead of chasing national headlines. For homeowners, if you're looking to refinancing, this could be your window, but only if it makes sense in the long term. Run the numbers and make sure you are not refinancing just because of a hype. Okay? Do your due diligence, review your numbers, watch the numbers, review your contract before you sign those paperwork. Now, here's where it really hits home for many families today. The job market is slowing down. We're approaching the holidays as well. Some companies are cutting back or freezing hires, especially around this time, especially in the tech, retail, logistics. We've seen reports of layoffs rising up to 8% this quarter compared to last quarter. Most importantly, because of the government shutdown. Yes, a lot of people have been impacted because of the shutdown. With the government shutdown, certain sectors are feeling delayed setbacks. They're feeling delayed paychecks and stalled contracts along the line. Everything is all intertwined. It's one thing affects the other. That uncertainty affects consumer spending, purchasing power, our consumer spending, and that trickles down to small business owners too. So if you're a small business owner in business, this is the time to tighten your budget, focus on cash flow, and manage your money wisely. Don't operate out of fear, but out of strategy. Be more strategic in your financial decisions, in your business decisions, especially around now, because people are watching their spending limit a lot now. People are more conscious about it because of all the news and the happenings in the society. Now, let's talk about savings. High yield savings accounts are a big win for you today compared to the traditional bank account savings. Make sure that you are leveraging that in your on your saving journey for your emergency funds. Everybody needs a savings account for your personal, and if you're a business owner, you need one for your business as well. So make sure that you are leveraging that. Banks are giving people up to 5% on their high yield savings accounts. It is real, people. You need that liquidity in the event that you have emergencies. Don't put your long-term, I mean your short-term financial needs into the stock market. That is not a good strategy. For emergencies, you need an investment tool like the high yield savings account. You save 3 to 6 months of your emergencies savings, 3 to 6 months of your expenses. If you can't do your expenses, I mean, if you can't do your, if you can do your income, do that. But the goal, my recommendation is at least start with your everyday needs, your necessities, your expenses. Save up to 3 to 6 months of that, and then gradually progress it. If you can do your income, do that. After 6 months, push back, push it up to 12 months, and gradually keep growing that fund out there. Start today. Every little drop makes a mighty ocean. Even if it's $10, $5, $1, that, but if you start off today, by the end of December, that's like how much? $3 in your account that you didn't have to start off in on January 1st. The focus, the goal here is start building healthy habits, healthy money habits. So make sure that you are leveraging high yield savings accounts. With the federal government cutting the rates, those numbers may start to drop slightly on the high yield savings accounts, the returns you see there, the interest rates. So, but it's still a great investment tool for you to save for emergencies compared to your traditional bank accounts. Because when you have an emergency, you truly need to pull money from that and make it available for you. So you're not subjected to any fees or any taxes there. That's why I recommend a high yield savings account. Now, what should you do? Keep your emergency fund where it's safe and where it's accessible, but also explore diversified saving and investment options. Remember, Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2 says, invest in 7 ventures. Yes, 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. Be ready, be prepared. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Proper planning prevents poor performance. That's your reminder to diversify, not panic. Save for short-term goals in liquidity assets, liquidity investment tools. For your long-term goals, use other investments, stocks, real estate. That is the way to do it. Make sure you understand the rules around your investment tools, whatever tool you're using. Now, for those managing debts, this could be a mixed news for you. Lower rates might mean slightly cheaper loans or refinancing options available for you, but lenders are still cautious. So, credit standards are tight. If you have student loans, the recent changes in the interest rate may not dramatically affect your monthly payments yet. But now is the time to pay down high interest debt while the rates are lower. If you have any debts that used to be high, if your rates come down, take advantage to quickly pay them down, pay them off. If you're using credit cards heavily, please review your balances. The average credit card APR is still above 20%, even with the federal cut. The average interest rate APR on a credit card is still way above 20%. So make sure you are diligent. Make sure that you are focusing and you are aware of what is going on your statements, on your investments, on every instrument that you're using to grow your money, to save your money, to multiply it. Be good stewards. Stewardship starts with awareness. Be informed. Do not panic. Do not fear. Stay informed. Now, the stock market has been reacting to these waves. If you're an investor, you will see the pattern. Apple, the Netflix, and all of that. The peak, the most what do we call them? The golden stocks. Yeah, the high rise ones, the ones that are very well popular in the economy, in the industry, the on Wall Street, the Apple, the Netflix, the Amazon. Now, some investors see rate cuts as good news, but others worry as well. It means the economy is slowing down. It's slowing down too fast. Globally, this rate cuts affect currencies, affect trade, affect foreign investments. Other countries often follow the Fed's lead, which can shift global money flows in and out, the inflow and the outflow of money, even influence inflation globally as well. So this is more or less like a ripple effect. So let's keep watching to see what is going on. But kingdom truth here, while the world's markets may be at stake or be shaky right now, God's economy never collapses. God's biblical principles about money are still applicable in this situation. When you stay faithful, you plan wisely, and keep your trust in God, you position yourself to prosper, to flourish, not just to survive in any season. In any season. So if you are looking to buying stocks, make sure you have enough money. And again, like I always say, you don't need too much money to start investing in the stock market. You can start buying shares or stocks, with as little as $25, $5 actually. There's so many apps out there that help you on this journey of building, of building, of building, of building. So let's make sure that we are positioning ourselves ready to grow, ready to invest once the market, the stock market drops, ready to buy. When the stocks go down, that is the time we buy and buy, not sell or panic. So let's make sure that we are positioning ourselves for the stock market. Just keep watching, keep preparing, and as you watch, as you prepare, you pray. That's all we can do. And leave the rest to God for him to handle. So this is the season to be watchful. This is the season to be watchful. Be prayerful. Be prepared. Don't let fear lead your financial decisions. Don't rush to pull out your money out of your investment or make wrong big moves right now without clarity, without praying about it, without wisdom. Apply wisdom. Ask questions. Ask questions from experts. Learn, pray, plan, act with faith and discipline. Remember Proverbs 21:5, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. Be diligent, be disciplined with your money. But those that are hasty comes only to poverty. Don't be pressured to making the wrong financial decisions. Let's make sure that we are making the right decisions. You and I can't control the Federal Reserve or the federal government or whatever decision is passed. We can't control the stock market. We can't control inflation. But you can control your mindset, your spending, your savings, your investments, your giving. You can control all of that and your stewardship. So this is just to come out here and kind of make sure that there's a wake-up call, awareness. We know what is going on with the stock market, with the Federal Reserve cutting the rate. Yes, it has happened, but we are preparing, we are planning, we are positioning ourselves to make the right decisions at the right time, not for us to panic. No, we do not panic. We do not make wrong decisions. We wait, we watch, and we prepare. We plan, we pray, we apply our biblical principles. Yes, they cut the price from 3.75 to 4%. And so what? That should not affect your building strategy, your financial strategy. Keep investing, keep growing, keep saving. Don't fall out of line. Don't act out of fear. Let us make sure that we are making the right decisions at the right time. Now, if you're listening to me and thinking, Coach Lola, I need clarity for my next financial step, I've got something special for you. I have a free wealth discovery plan session. One-on-one session with me will look at where you are, where you want to be, and how to build wealth God's way, with wisdom, with strategy, with purpose. Because I believe strongly that everyone can achieve and attain wealth. It's a journey, but everyone can attain it. you can achieve it. There are biblical principles that have been tested and tried and proven in the Bible by our forefathers and future and for the present right now. So I'll put the link. The link will be in the description section of this video, and if or on my status on my bio, click the link there on Instagram, or if you're watching me on YouTube, do well to click the link in the description section of this video after this live to book your session with me. And if today's message helped you understand what's happening in the economy, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share, share, share. Let's make this known in our communities. It's not for us to panic. It's not for us to be afraid. We face these changes. We face it as a community, as a family. Economy shifts are not new. It's not a new thing. They happen every time, every now and then. We just need to stay prepared and be ready and be acting, be building, be applying, be moving by faith, be building by faith. God's people have always thrived when they stay rooted in wisdom, in faith, in obedience. This is your time to stay informed. Let's keep praying. Let's keep stewarding. Let's keep building what we have diligently with excellence. Because no matter what the Fed decides, no matter who is in the position of power, either in the White House, on your job, with your business, with your employees, you serve a God that never fails, who owns the land, the resources, and the opportunities within it, within that land. And it's your right to own it, to claim it. This is just a wake-up call for everyone. If we have any questions, please do well to put it in the chat. Because again, this is happening. So stay faithful, stay fruitful, and keep building, keep growing, keep thriving. You have the power, you have the knowledge. Stay faithful. Thank you all for joining me. Any questions, please post it in the chat. I just wanted to come on here real quick to give you a word of encouragement to stay focused and keep building, and do not be moved. Be encouraged. Thank you all. 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 Thank you for the comments. Yes, be diligent. Don't be pressured. Ask questions. Yes, ask questions. So I'll put the link to my booking for the free discovery call for you to join me, have a one-on-one session to help you in building and structuring your finances using your financial data. Again, everyone's numbers are different. Everyone's numbers always tell us different story. Everyone's financial goals are different. So everyone's strategy will be different. So let's schedule a one-on-one, and let's with God's wisdom, we'll be able to help you on that journey. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. And if we don't have any questions, that's it for me tonight. Stay blessed, remain faithful, keep thriving, keep building, keep growing, because God has given you the power to sustain you on your financial journey. Bye, everyone.